Hello my sweet friends, we are back with another TBR Prompt Jar chooses my reads for December. The last TBR of the year, and I have so many books that I still want to read this year. I have no idea if it's possible for me to get through my mental list. I have Christmas books that I want to read. There are series that I want to finish by the end of the year. I also have books on my 2023 TBR that I haven't got to. There are so many books that I want to read. If you guys watched my last vlog, I mentioned that I'm putting myself on a book buying ban for the rest of the year, excluding a few very exciting new releases, of course, which also are books that I want to read in December. Never by Jessa Hastings and Ruthless Vows by Rebecca Ross specifically. So I am putting a huge focus on my physical TBR, on my TBR cart, and a few books that I have on my e-reader that are on my 2023 TBR. So I'm hoping that I can somehow fit a lot of those books into this TBR, but I guess we'll see how we go. It depends on what the TBR jar decides to give us. So I'm excited to do our last one of the year, and hopefully we come out with a really great TBR. I feel like it's been forever since I did my last TBR. It does not feel like a month ago. It feels like 3 months ago that I did this last time. Prompt number 1. If you don't know, I usually choose 8 prompts. That seems to work well for me. So prompt number 1 is free pick. Right before I did my November TBR, I refilled the jar with brand new prompts, and I put maybe 5 of these in there because I just thought it would be a fun little, little surprise for myself. And free pick just basically means that I can pick whatever I want. I think you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna save this till the end because I don't want to pick it now and then pick a book that I could have used for another prompt. So I'm gonna save this to the end, but we'll come back to that. So prompt number 2, that is a great way to start. Hopefully that means it's gonna be a great TBR. Moving on to prompt number 2. 4-word title. Ooh, this is a little bit harder than I thought it would be. 2 words, 3 words, 3 words. Ooh, the book. Oh, perfect. Let's do this one. We have The Book Club Hotel by Sarah Morgan. This is a Christmassy, holiday-ish, winterish, I think romance, but it might just be a general fiction actually. I don't know too much about it, but it sounds like it's going to be such a cozy read. So it is set at the Maple Sugar Inn. The owner of the hotel is a struggling single mom, and then 3 best friends check in for a little girls trip. Oh, are they all going to become just besties? The 3 of the besties become besties with the owner of the hotel, because that would be the most wholesome thing I've ever heard of in my life. In the span of a week over the most enchanting time of the year, can these 4 women come together to improve each other's lives and make this the start of a whole new chapter? That sounds so wholesome. So it doesn't sound like there's going to be a romance. Just best friends, Christmas, winter, coziness, and that sounds absolutely perfect. I am so excited to read this. Prompt number 3, bookstore staff recommendation. I am going to not let myself do this one because this would mean going to the bookstore, buying a book based on a recommendation that the staff of the bookstore would give me, but I'm on a book buying ban, so I cannot do this. Sadly, as much as it hurts me, I'm gonna say no. We're gonna pick a different prompt. Like I say sometimes when I do this, I make the rules. So my video, my rules, my game, my rules. Next, prompt number 3 is any romance. Gorgeous. This is the best TBR ever so far. I really want to read Love Light Farms this month specifically, specifically this month. I have a few other romances on here that I'm excited about. I really want to read Two Wrongs Make a Right by Chloe Leese. That looks really good. And then I also have How to Love Your Neighbor, which looks like a cute little rom-com, but I feel like I want to really lean into that Christmas. Oh, I do have Love Redesigned by Lauren Asher, which I've heard incredible things about. I think it's coming down to these 2. Either Love Light Farms or Love Redesigned. I think I'm gonna go with Love Light Farms because I really, like I mentioned, I really want to read this in December around Christmas because it is a holiday romance. So I'm gonna go with that. I would also love to read this in December, but we will see. Prompt number 4. A book with a number in the title. I already see 1. So we could do Two Wrongs Make a Right, which I just mentioned before that I really want to read this month. I don't know if I have any other options. Oh, I could do this one, which I do also want to read this month. This is by Ted Dekker, who is a Christian fiction author. I haven't read any of his books before, but I do think I want to read this in December. Okay, these are our 2 options. I think I'm gonna go with AD 33 by Ted Dekker. Is this the first one? I have the first one and the second one, and I don't know which one's first. Maybe this is the second one. Oh yeah, Okay, so AD 30 is the first one. Mavia, I think is how you pronounce her name. Mavia. She escapes with the help of her father's warriors. If they can survive the vast, forbidding sands of a desert that is deadly to most, they will reach a brutal world subjugated by kings and emperors, where Mavia must secure an unlikely alliance with King Herod of the Jews. This is so cool. So it is a fiction book, but I think it is like loosely inspired by a biblical story. I'm honestly really excited about this. If this is good, I think I'm definitely going to look into Ted Decker's backlist because some of his books sound fascinating to me, so I'm really hoping that I like his writing style, because so far the only Christian fiction author that I've read from is Francine Rivers, which I really enjoy her stuff. Like, her stuff is amazing, but I would love to expand my Christian fiction author taste, I guess. So I'm excited about this. Prompt number 5, Friends to Lovers. I could have done Love Light Farms. Dang it. Do I have another Friends to Lovers? I literally don't know. Ooh, is it Begin Again? This is giving Strangers to Lovers. I think Two Wrongs Make a Right is like people getting set up, so I don't think that can be really friends. Jamie and Bea have nothing in common except a meat disaster and the mutual understanding that they couldn't be more wrong for each other. That's not giving Friends to Lovers, is it? I don't think Say You Swear is Friends to Lovers, is it? This definitely is not giving Friends to Lovers either. That's giving like enemies or rivals. I think this is the closest we might get. This is Maybe Meant to Be by K.L. Walther. And based on what I've gathered about this book, I think there's like 2 different romances going on. So I think there is a couple who everyone thinks they should be together, you know, like they're meant for each other, whatever. But those 2 people don't actually think they should be together, and they both like someone else. So they kind of have their own romance is going on. But when I was reading the back, part of it says Charlie is afraid of what others will think if he accepts that he has much more than a friendship with Luke. So it's giving, maybe we thought we were friends, but maybe I like you a lot more than a friend. So maybe this could be like a Friends to Lovers story. Like, I think it's the closest we have on the TBR cart. Like, I don't think we're gonna get closer than this. Obviously, like, I could be missing some Friends to Lovers stories in here because I just like don't know what the books are about. So I think I'm gonna go with Maybe Meant to Be. We've got a bit of variety here. We've got like general fiction, a couple romance, 1 historical fiction. Let's see what else we get on here. We're up to prompt number 6. So prompt number 6 is Instagram poll choosers. I love this one. Okay, I need to pick out 2 that I want to read this month and give Instagram the choice. I think I'm gonna do a poll between Say You Swear and Love Redesigned, because a little while ago I talked to you guys on TikTok and I was like, oh, here's my TBR cart, what do you guys recommend? And these were like the 2 most commented books on that video. Like, so many people said either Love Redesigned or Say You Swear, and so because of that I want to know what's gonna win between these 2. Let's see. I really don't know what's going to win between these 2, because I feel like people really love both of these books so much. It's only going to be up for a short period of time because I'm obviously filming this video like right now. So it's probably only going to be up for like, I don't even know, maybe like 20 minutes, and I'm just going to go with whatever is winning after that 20 minutes. Okay. Posted. I'm so excited. Okay, I'm gonna put these aside and we will check back with that in a bit. What are we up to? I'm so confused. 1, 2, 3. We have 2 more prompts to go. So prompt number 7. We haven't got any fantasy on here so far, so I really need to add some of that, I think. Ooh, a cover that you love. Ooh. Okay, I think I know what I'm gonna do. I think I'm gonna go with Tom Lake by Anne, is it Patchett? I'm unsure. This is what the cover looks like. I am obsessed with this. It just looks like a painting, and look at the edges, like they're absolutely gorgeous. This is one of my most like beautiful books that I own, I think. I think this is just general fiction or literary fiction. I'm unsure which. Oh, maybe it's romance. Or it's like general fiction with romance. I know that Hayley Pham recently read this and she said that she listened to the audiobook, and I think she said that Meryl Streep narrated the audiobook, and now I really want to listen to this as an audiobook because that sounds like it's going to be phenomenal, especially because I think it's about a mum telling like stories to her daughters of her life, and I feel like Meryl Streep, like, it's giving Mamma Mia. Do you know what I mean? Like her being the mum in Mamma Mia, like that's what I'm imagining. So it just sounds really, really interesting, and I'm so excited to read this and also to display it on my bookshelf because it's so gorgeous. I love it how I was like, I need to add more fantasy to my TBR. Did not do that, did I? Could have very easily picked a fantasy book for that one, but I didn't. I did not. Now we only have 1 prompt left. Last prompt, but we still have our free pick, and I still need to look at the results from my Instagram poll. A book you plan to binge. I think I know what I want to do for this one. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with None of This Is True by Lisa Jewell. This is a thriller and I have just heard nothing but incredible things about it, and I am super excited to read this. But I also recently heard that this is a great audiobook because it kind of sounds like a podcast or something, and now I'm kind of like, I really want to binge this, like sit down with like a puzzle or like cleaning my house or like folding laundry or something like that and just really binge this, because I feel like thrillers specifically are those books that you just like don't want to put down. And I've heard a lot of people say that this is one of those books where you're like, no, I just need to know what's going to happen. Maybe I'll binge this. I don't know if I'm going to do physical or audiobook yet. I haven't fully decided. I don't know. If you guys have read this, let me know how you consumed it and what you would recommend. I mean, I'm assuming most people would either do audiobook or physically read it and probably not do both. But if you have like happen to have done both, like I would really love to know your preference. This book smells kind of weird. It kind of smells like Play-Doh. Why? This is interesting. Anyway, I'm excited to binge this. I feel like this is going to be definitely like a bingey book. We still have our free pick, and I definitely have some books that I'm like leaning towards. I think I either want to do, I either want to do Red Queen, because this is my book club's book like that I do with my friends. This was the pick for December. Well, technically November and December, but I haven't read it yet. So therefore I need to read it in December. So either this one, because I'm going to have to read it anyway. I also want to read Harry Potter. My friend Lang gave this to me we did like a little bestie book exchange where we tried to give each other like cozy, like kind of like Christmassy books. And she gave me the first Harry Potter book, which I have read, but not since I was so young. And I really want to read this in December close to Christmas to get all of those like wintry cozy vibes from it. So these two I really want to read in December. I also really want to read Whisper. I really want to read Ghost by Dolly Alderton because that's on my 2023 TBR. I really want to read Cinder. This is by Marissa Meyer, who is the author of The Renegades, and I loved the Renegades trilogy, and I finished it last month or in November. And so now I just really desperately want to continue another book by her, and I'm so excited to pick this up, but I don't know if I'll have the chance this month. I don't know. I think I'm gonna go with Red Queen for my TBR, but I'm hoping that I'm gonna read both of these. Like I'm really hoping I get to both of them, but I'm gonna go with Red Queen because at least then I know that I'm gonna read it this month since it's my book club's pick. Like not that I don't have a choice, but you know what I mean? Like I have to read it this month because we need to discuss it. I'm just gonna wait a little bit, give the poll a little bit more time for people to vote, and then I'm gonna come back and let you know the last book on my TBR and we'll do a little recap. Okay, besties, I'm looking at my poll and we have a clear winner. It's not even really that close. Love Redesigned has 68% of votes, therefore that is our winner. And Say You Swear only has 32%, which I'm honestly surprised about. I did think it would be closer. I didn't know which one was gonna win. I feel like they're quite like comparable in terms of just like how much I hear people talking about them and how much I hear people loving them. So I'm excited. I think I would have been very happy with either outcome, but we are adding Love Redesigned to our TBR. Let's do a little recap. I'm very happy with my TBR for this month. There's quite a lot going on, so I'm excited. First up, we have The Book Club Hotel. Next up, we have Love Light Farms. We have AD30, Maybe Meant to Be, Tom Lake, None of This Is True, Red Queen, and of course, Love Redesigned. I am really hoping that December is a fantastic reading month. I feel like November wasn't a great reading month for me. I just like didn't really find pretty much any books that I really loved. I think I found one or two that were above 4 stars for me. But yeah, I didn't have the greatest reading month, and that's okay. Not every month will you find another favorite book, but I just get so excited to find new books that I love, and so hopefully some of the ones on this TBR will be new favorites. I mean, at the very least, hopefully we'll get through a bunch of our physical TBR this month. That is really my main goal for the rest of the year. And we have some cozy Christmas books on there. Like, I'm really excited to do Christmas books as well. I've never read any sort of like holiday Christmas books before, and I don't know, it sounds really fun. So I'm really excited about this. I'm excited to start a new month. I feel like it's just like a clean slate. It just feels good to go into a new month, a new reading month. And I would love to know what is on your TBR for the month of December. Are you doing Christmas romances? Are you in your fantasy era? Are you trying to read your physical TBR? Like, I want to know what is on your TBR for December. But I love you guys so much. I hope you enjoyed watching today's video, and I guess I will see you guys in my next video very soon. Goodbye.